we've had so much news. Like, we're so spoiled. We're so spoiled, y'all. We're so spoiled. But it will all work out. I swear, Gematria barely ever lies. I'll tell you. And we've been successful. We've been very successful. Join my Discord. We've been killing it in the stock market with using Gematria. So at this point, I don't think it can really be denied that it plays a role. Again, it might not be the biggest tool you want to use, but it's a tool nonetheless, and it should be respected, in my opinion. What's up, everybody? Art Turner, D.A.T.A Productions Media. Dreams are tangible aspirations, where we scheme our dreams into existence. I have another banger video for you today, an update on LTNC, where we use Gematria to enhance our DD. You know, we see the price. We ended at 2.7 cents. I'm not going to belabor on the price, honestly. We know where we're at. We know what we hold. We're being manipulated. So that's that on price. That's it. In regards to what we're going to be going over today, the last 2 weeks worth of decodes, obviously we are in the quote-unquote real season. What Joe said that we are now in starting June 1st. So things have been kicking up, and the news has been supporting that. But even with a lot of good news, you know, there's been some rough patches. So when we get into the decodes, we're going to be breaking down what this all means. So make sure you watch the full video. I'm not skimping on the information, and hopefully this will make you feel a little bit more comfortable in your investment. We're 74 days in, only 25 days now left of next level before we finish the 100 days. And we've been covering on this channel ever since, from day one. I do want to give a quick shout out before we go further. I do have my Michael Jordan 23-year anniversary last shot versus the Utah Jazz dropping this Sunday. It's amazing, y'all. I've already had, some of my more staunch supporters on the sports documentary side watch it, and they said, Art, this is probably some of your best work you've done. So I'm excited. I have that confidence to drop it to all the Patreon supporters and all who wants to see it now. So make sure you, go in the comment section below in the pinned comment or in the description to sign up for my Patreon. It's only $5 a month, and I'll be uploading a long-form documentary every month. So D.A.T.A Productions is turning into Netflix because I'm just going to keep the ball rolling. A lot of exciting things happening. Another update is I will be releasing my Gematria decode notes soon, kind of in a newsletter form. Every time I'm about to create a video on Gematria, whether it's a cryptocurrency, a stock, or an investment, I'm going to release the notes beforehand to my premium Patreon supporters. There's going to be another tier on my Patreon soon where they're going to be able to actually download my Gematria decode notes so they can tangibly look at them themselves, and they can learn along and follow along with my videos. If they don't want to follow along with my videos and they just want to support and get the decodes, they can do that as well. So it's the best of both worlds. Either you want to watch my full videos fully to get the information, or you can print out the information and get it beforehand, even before I drop my videos. So stay on the lookout for that. It's not ready just yet, but I think that's going to be something the community is really going to enjoy. You'll be able to learn. That's more value I can provide. So just wait. That's coming. And D.A.T.A Productions is growing by the day. And thank you, and I love you all for that. But without further ado, let's start getting into the Gematria decodes, and we're going to look in Twitter. We're going to go back and forth with it, okay? Okay. Like I said, I didn't have a video, I think, last weekend, so it's going to be this weekend. As we know, on June 4th, Joe did have that mega tweet. There was a little miscommunication. People thought it was going to be a GOAT or something like that, PR. But what he meant by mega tweet was a long tweet, a thread where he broke down everything that the company has done so far, from day one all the way up to June 4th at that moment of day 67, which left 33 days left in the 100-day next level challenge, in which that is all very significant when we get into it. At this point, hopefully you guys have already looked at the thread. It was long and there was a lot of information, and what I took from it is we're still selling a lot of product. $70,000 worth of revenue on Memorial Day weekend with that sale on Next Level Water. That's amazing. I love to see that the e-sports side is growing with the gamer shots. They are selling the Labor Smart trademark for $250,000. That's pretty good. And they will be getting a ticker saying change at some point soon. So we're going to be going from Labor Smart to Next Level. And people have been asking me, do I have to do anything with my investment? No. When that happens, just hold, don't touch anything. The name is just going to change. I've done that before with a company. Don't freak out. Nothing's going to happen to your investment, your money. It's just going to transfer over. But those are the key points that I got away from it. There was a lot of other points. But there was 46 points he brought up, right? And this was the 46th point he brought up. We will continue to report as much transparency as we are allowed to do so. We love the LTNC Army, Team Next Level Up. Here is to Next Level as we enter a new phase with Takeover Industries. And this is important because, look, this was the last point within his thread. It was the 46th point. Now, guys, if you've been watching all my videos, at some point you guys got to start picking up, right? Why is 46 important? Well, look, Takeover Joe equals 46 in the Pierce reduction cipher. That's Takeover Joe. When you say Takeover Joe, you're essentially saying 46 numerically. So is it a coincidence that we ended on the 46th tweet for that thread? I mean, I don't know. But I would like to bring up that, with this thread, it was also a signal in my mind that, look, we're almost there. Because almost there equals 46 in the reduction cipher. So we're almost at that point where everything's just going to start formulating together. And you see it equals 46 and 62, respectively, for both of them. So it's a strong connection between Takeover Joe and almost there, along with that mega tweet to end on point 46, right? So that's that for that portion. But we also have the date numerology of June 4th, right? Which has 51, 15, 15, 31, and 13 date numerology. A lot of what Nate would call palindromes, a lot of pillars. And what's important about this date numerology is really the 31 and the 13. Why? Because look, LTNC equals 13 in the reduction cipher, but also Next Level equals 31 in the reverse reduction cipher. So off the bat, June 4th was going to be a big day for Next Level because look at the date numerology. 31, 13. LTNC 13, Next Level 31. But now let's even get into the palindromes even more, where you can look at the palindrome and say, 13, 31 added together equals 131, right? The same two numbers used for those, right? And so, look, Joe Pavlik mega tweet, June 4th, equals 131 in reverse reduction, along with 250,000, which was the price for the Labor Smart the trademark that they sold for. So it was 131 for the reverse reduction cipher. And it's so funny that it happened on June 4th, which with 31 and 13 date numerology, LTNC Next Level. You see how all this is playing a role, right? This is crazy. Methodical. We're going to get into how there's just a little bit, I'm not saying it is really negative, just a little bit of gray area, miscommunication, rough patch right now, but we're in good hands. That's how I see it. 33 days left, which it was on day 67 of the mega tweet, June 4th. 35 reduction. We know 35 is a big number. TB12, LTNC water. We're going to talk about 35 more when we get into Manny Pacquiao. But also it equals 130 in reverse ordinal. Remember, 0 is just the value placeholder. So 130 is just 13. Remember, it was 13 date numerology for June 4th. So that was that Friday. That was a big mega tweet day, which leads us into what Joe was saying was, going to be a PR week, which we did get some good PR, but everybody was kind of a little bit disappointed because they were like, mega tweet, oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. You let your imagination run. And so even though it was an awesome tweet and it was a tweet that we needed, I guess the expectations for people with the imagination was, really high. So it came into it came to a point where people were a little disappointed. So Joe had to come in with a little damage control and say, hey, PRs next week, earth-shattering news next week. And in a lot of ways, when you look back at this week that we just went through, we did have a lot of amazing news. And I just want to, get into it. But let's get into Twitter real quick to look over some things. And so we're going to go over. So this past week, Joe said it was going to be PR week. So it was interesting to say the least what we got. So let's start. So this is what PR week started. Day 70. Takeover Industry announces sale labor smart trademarks. So that's big, like we just talked about. They're getting that ticker change. And also on the 7th, Takeover Industries enters into an endorsement deal with NFL Jacksonville Jaguars Chris Manhertz. All right, he's a tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So LTNC Next Level is in the NFL now, and people, I guess, they're not putting the dots together. Even though Chris here, awesome, pro player. I think he's the second tight end for the squad. He's a pro player, so he's good. But I think the important thing we should take from this is LTNC Next Level. Like we are in the NFL, regardless of who we think the big NFL GOAT is. Tom Brady, we know that. Anyway, we are now in the NFL, and regardless if you say, he's not a big name or not, he's in the locker rooms. He's talking to people. He said, hey, this is what I'm using. Hey, you had 3 catches for 73 yards on Sunday, Chris. Why is that? It's the next level. You can get some. And the important thing is, we know how right now pricey the water is. Who can afford it? Professional athletes, because they want their performance. So if he's peddling it in the locker room, it's going to permeate, right? And this is long term, right? Long term. So if Chris is doing his endorsement job and he's permeating through the locker room, we're going to have a lot more sales. Okay, so that's big. What else? See, they try to say that Manny wasn't really part of the deal. It's all scam cans. But look, this is what Takeover Joe says. Thank you, FedEx Help, for delivering Senator and boxing legend Manny Pacquiao his latest batch of next level hydrogen water. Fitness, motivation, and training for August 21st. We're going to have a special for that on that. So you see, look at Manny. Look at Manny guzzling. Yeah. So that's big news right there. Shout out to that. He's an endorser and investor. So all those bears out there saying that it's not legit. It's legit. He's in this. So also, Joe Pavlik met up with Marquette King, the punter for the Raiders back in the day. He could do it all. The punter, kicker, he could run down. They called him the Unicorn, which we're going to get into as well. That was his nickname. And, he was thinking about coming back to the NFL for a rebirth. So he says in 2024, Raiders official punter Marquette King led the NFL with 4,930 yards, then shifted his passion to music while maintaining his fitness. Tonight, the Unicorn discusses a potential comeback with Toby and I. When there's gas left in the tank, flame the fire and let it burn. Flame the fire and let it burn. So, look, Joe is well connected with a lot of people. Marquette King was a really good NFL player. He's a solid special teamer as a punter kicker. And look at Manny again, guzzling. And this is for dinner. This is for breakfast, I guess. Day 73, training day breakfast for legends. Of legends, Manny Pacquiao loading next level hydrogen-infused water. Spring water prior to nutrient-dense feeding frenzy. Look at all that food. Guzzling next level. So, look, it's real. He's a part of it. He's endorsing. Again, he's going to be trying for president in the Philippines as well. We have that distribution deal in Southeast Asia. So once he becomes president, once he really starts promoting it, these things are going to fly off the shelf. And once he wins versus Earl Spence. Not worried at all. Not worried at all. Guzzling. And before we get into the decodes, that day 74 was completing, the PR week. And, a lot of people were hoping for a little bit more news. They were like, oh, where's the earth-shattering news? Joe just came out with his daily stack. Some people were uneasy in the comment section. And, we understand that Joe knows because Sharmila did say, she did ask a question. And he did respond. He says, I feel everyone has the right to experiment with whatever combination they feel is best for them. So he knows, he sees the comments. He understands people are expecting a little bit more earth-shattering news. And so this is all, part of the storyline. And I bring this up as all part of the storyline because if you want to bring a long-standing brand into the ethos, into the world, you have to do it correctly, and everything's a ritual. So I want to just go to my Twitter real quick, and this is what I bring up. So last night after the news, so I say, the origin story is very important to a brand's long-term success. It's a synchronicity that I'm currently reading this book as we go through some rough waters with LTNC, quote-unquote rough waters. Read this book in conjunction with the Gematria I present, and it starts to make sense. The book, Primal Branding by Patrick Hanlon. And there's seven principles to branding correctly as a long-term business. I'm reading it right now, and I'm only about 100 pages in, and there's already so much information I've learned that I'm already seeing a lot with the techniques that, Takeover Industries and Joe is using to, make sure this brand, survives the test of time. You already see it. We have the passionate investors and followers. LTNC Army already has a title. We have our lingo. LFG. Let's go. There's already insiders. There's icons. There's rituals and everything. So read that book and you'll start to understand this situation. Because if you haven't figured it out yet, Next Level, LTNC, Joe Pavlik, Takeover Industries, it's a big ritual, and they have to do it a certain way to get it done correctly to make sure that the company does what it needs to do long term. And if you read that book, it starts to make sense, and you feel a lot more comfortable with your investment. So I just wanted to throw out there, yes, I know some people are a little let down for PR week and stuff like that, but the company is doing a lot of amazing things. And, keep that in mind and just make sure you keep the emotions in check because, again, this is finances. This is stocks at the end of the day. So, but let's keep going. So let's get into some of the Gematria with Chris Manhertz. So this is some of the work that Nate sent me. Shout out, Nate. Chris was born April 10th, 1992. And so his date numerology is aligned with Next Level. You see, you have that 35, definitely, with, LTNC water equals 35. And I'm going to show you guys LTNC water, right? And look, this is GematriaNative.com. This is where I do all my decode notes. You can do Gematria decode yourself. I'm not holding this knowledge from anybody, right? So you can do it yourself. LTNC water. You see? Oh, my bad. LTNC water. We have that 35 in the reduction cipher, and we have that 55 as well. So LTNC water, 35, 55. Why is that important for Chris Manhertz? Well, look, we have that 35 right here in his date numerology. And from the very first Next Level day of March 1st to his birthday, Chris Manhertz's birthday of April 10th was 5 weeks and 5 days, right? So, look, Labor Smart Inc. equals 55. 5 weeks, 5 days, Labor Smart Inc. 55, LTNC Water 55, and remember, LTNC Water 35, date numerology. But also, we have to look 106. 106 is a big number. Why is 106 important? Well, look, hydrogen-infused water equals 106 in the full reduction. But also, look, tight end for Jacksonville equals 106 in the reduction as well. Same cipher. You see how this all is connecting. So he was meant for this. Again, I'm not saying anybody knew about this information. The universe, the infinite intelligence works in mysterious, magical ways. But all I know off this knowledge right here, off these, he's supposed to be a part of this. I can't say for certain who knows what, who's done what, who's researched what. Maybe it's really just all the creator doing it. But at the end of the day, this is what me, Nate, and we might be coming out with a stock presentation masterclass soon. We're trying to formulate it where we're saying, when we get these nice decodes, this is what we call support levels, like on a chart, right? When you see something like this, it's like, oh, okay, this is support. This is supporting our thesis. Support levels, we keep going up. Support levels, we keep going up. So this is awesome to see. Chris Manhertz, these are some of the Gematria he has. 162, 72, 189, 72. And then we have Chris Manhertz, Next Level Water. We have that powerful 333 English ordinal. That's pretty powerful. Remember, promises made, promises kept. Joe, 333. That's important. We have that 117. That's important, especially with Tom Brady. We've talked about that at length, why 117 is important. And we have that 135, which is important in that permutation of 153 as well. The 1, the 3, and 5, the permutations. So that all plays a role. Next level water in NFL is important because that equals 73 in the reduction cipher. Now let's just do a refresher because sometimes we can forget why 73 is important, right? So let's pull this up. So what equals 73 in the reduction cipher at the same time? Hydrogen and water equals 73, as well as Thomas Edward Brady, which we still think is the GOAT, the football GOAT. But also goat juice equals 37 in reduction with Buccaneers, and it's reverse. But hydrogen and water equals 73 in the reduction. So next level water in NFL, 73, spot on. Support levels, right? And then we have next level water in National Football League, which equals 531 in reverse ordinal. 531, why is that important? Because, look, that's the mirror of Chris Manhertz, Next Level Water. 135, but in the verse, 531, 531, 135. As above, so below. So, again, support levels. We're in good hands, y'all. Like, guys, just when you do your DD and stuff, take everything into account, what you find. But, again, this Gematria it's almost at its core. I mean, letters, numbers, vibrations. It's at its core, and it's a guide. It's not, it's not the gospel. It's the guide. But I swear, Gematria barely ever lies. I tell you, and we've been successful. We've been very successful. Join my Discord. We've been killing it in the stock market with using Gematria. So at this point, I don't think it can really be denied that it plays a role. Again, it might not be the biggest tool you want to use, but it's a tool nonetheless, and it should be respected, in my opinion. So again, we were talking about Marquette King. Marquette King equals 73 in reverse reduction. The unicorn, his nickname, equals 55 in reduction and 53 in reverse reduction. So we know 55 and 53, the reverse of 35. Very important. Again, a lot of support levels. What is this? Marquette, the unicorn king, 117 reduction. 333 reverse ordinal. 126. We know about 126 reverse reduction, right? So, and just going forward a little bit, next level hydro water beverage equals 117 in reduction and 126 reverse reduction. So Marquette, the unicorn king, next level hydro water beverage, trying to make a comeback. Why can't it be us to help him with a comeback? So, and look, we have that 117 with Chris Manhertz as well. And that 333. So again, support levels. We're on the ball, y'all. Don't get discouraged, man. Like, I mean, we're doing it, right? We're doing it. So let's get into some more Manny Pacquiao decodes, and before we wrap it up. But man, I'm excited. Regardless, if we didn't get earth-shattering news, and we might get it today, but it would just be in the next video. I can't get it all. There's a lot of things I'm up to, so. But I want to bring this up because June 1st, remember, wait, before I break, June 1st, the real season, right? The real season. That's when Joe said we were going to start. So look. When you see it, watch. All right. I'll stop it here. Okay. His sparring partner is wearing Kevin Durant Golden State Warriors jersey, but what number is Kevin Durant for the Warriors? 35. Did we not just go over 35? LTNC Water, 35. Guys, so again, in this matrix, everything is connected. When you see things like that, support levels, everything's a ritual, everything's magic, right? You know, we create magic daily, and again, what they're doing is big time. So his sparring partner wearing 35, a 35 Kevin Durant Golden State jersey is no coincidence. It's another sign. It's another just little Easter egg of what's going on. So let's get into it. Durant Golden State Warriors jersey, 403 English ordinal. Why is that important? 403 is 43. Why is that important? GOAT. What happened day 43 of Next Level? Manny Pacquiao was officially announced with official PR as the first GOAT. So 403, 43. Bam. So let's get to the next one. Blue Kevin Durant jersey, 306 in reverse ordinal. Next Level Hydro Water Beverage, 306 in ordinal, but also equals 126 in reverse reduction as this as well. Again, you got to pick up on these things. If you learn about the practice of Gematria, you're ahead of the game on a lot of things, right? And then let's finish up because what Danny Day tweeted yesterday on responded to Worst Stocks. Shout out Worst Stocks. I've been following you for a little bit now. But, you know, Danny Day had an awesome reply. And I just want to finish up this video with this. A dope tweet yesterday, and then Danny responded. So he says, this is what Worst Stock says, holding long and strong now for 4 months, numb to everything that's been thrown at me at this point. Takeover Joe is the man. Manny Pacquiao is the boxing GOAT. Danny Day is the scientist. Holding for glory. That's all I know. And, you know, this was really chilling. Like, when I put the decodes, this is really, really chilling. And it was just, wow. I was like, wow. When we get into it, I was just like, wow. So he responds. Danny Day responds. And he says, what we have is a product that changes people's lives. In the long run, if we improve the quality of life of just 10% of the people who try our product, we can be bigger than any brand in the world. No sugar water product can compete with us. That's what we're talking about, right? Thank you, Danny, for that update, and thank you for responding to the whole thread. You know, Worst Stocks and stuff. So I had to decode the message, and again, it could just be the infinite intelligence working, but this code, what I'm about to bring up, is no accident, right? No accident. You know, first, before I get into this code, LTNC is changing lives equals 306 with, you know, the Kevin Durant blue jersey. Next Level hot water beverage, 306. So we see that Next Level is changing lives. Also equals 305 in reverse ordinal, which is 35. So LTNC is changing lives, 306. Next Level is changing lives, 305 with 35. So you see that. But again, when I saw this, my heart just was like, wow. So we already went over the tweet, but this is what the full tweet equals. It equals 1,037 in the reduction cipher. When I saw that, I was like, wow. And like I keep saying, 0 is just the value placeholder, so it was 137. And it goes straight in line with Danny Day. It all goes straight in line with Danny Day, and what his role and what he means to the whole thing. So let's just go over the 137s. Like it's the 33rd prime. H2 for life in hydro water equals 137 in the English ordinal cipher. Again, Tampa Bay, remember that very first video of them in the H2 for life facility? Before we knew it was H2 for life, he had the Tampa Bay mask on. 137 in reverse ordinal. Natural spring water LTNC equals 137 in the reverse reduction. LTNC endorsed by Thomas Brady equals 137 reverse reduction. But even more so, gold and platinum hydrogen water equals 137 in the reduction cipher. The same cipher that this is in, right? And it equals 430 as well in reverse ordinal with the GOAT connection. And why I'm a little, choked up about this, because, man, it's like it brings everything together, you guys. Like, again, I don't know what's at work, the universal powers, but this support level, this confirmation right here, I don't know what else you guys need. Gold and platinum hydrogen water. This is what Danny's life is, about his H2 for life, his hydro water, right? 137, the 33rd prime. And when we start having some rough waters in LTNC, after we had that day 74 update, and for him to tweet this, and it is 53 words, I might add, it's 53 words as well. We know about 53, 35, 53, the mirrors. 1,037. 137. When I saw that, I was like, wow. So again, divine intelligence at work. I want to thank, we're stock for tweeting this so I could get this, so I could decode this, see how everything works together. So shout out to you for that. Shout out to Danny. That was an awesome decode, and I'm kind of choked up about it. And I don't like getting emotional over stocks, financials. Like it's not that big a deal, but it just brings home how everything is connected, and we just got to stay the course, man. Like we're going to make money. We're going to make money. Come on, y'all. We're going to make money. So, also some important decodes. Danny Day hydrogen infused water LTNC 153 reduction. Rough patch for Labor Smart Inc. day 47 after 153 reduction as well, same cipher. So it's awesome that we have that connection the same day. And quote unquote rough patch again. Just we didn't get the news. We might get some today, but I won't be able to cover it till next video. But that was important. That was important. And again, no coincidences. Joe and Army miscommunication. He calls the LTNC Army the Army. So Joe and Army miscommunication between the tweets the last 2 weeks or so. 117, we've talked about that. The 405, we'll talk about the 45 quickly. In the 153. So you see the 153, Joe and Army miscommunication, reverse reduction, rough patch for Labor Smart Inc. Day 74, 153. Connection. Rough patch equals 117 in English ordinal. You see, Joe and Army miscommunication. We have that 54 and 45, so we have that 45 at 405 right here in line, and also we have that 153. Rough patch, 153, reverse ordinal. Joe and Army miscommunication, 153, reverse reduction. Rough patch for Labor Smart Inc. Day 74, 153, reduction. It's all connected, man. It's all connected. And we're on the right path. And I'm just going to finish with these codes right here. 26 days left, which was yesterday. 37 in reduction. We're going to get that ticker change. LTNC ticker change, 153. English ordinal. We know about 153. Rough patch. That's when the rough patch kind of started with the miscommunication. On last Friday, 2 Fridays ago, day 67, with the mega tweet, 73. And I just want to finish out with this. It will all work out. Next level equals 131 in the reverse reduction cipher. Now, why is that important? Well, where do we start? With 101, 131. Joe Pavlik medical tweet, June 4th, 250,000. So 131, the date, LTNC, next level. So guys, that's what I have for you guys today, man. It will all work out in the end. We are on the right path. Do not worry. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Right? This is awesome news that we have gotten, and hopefully we'll get new news going forward. And I'll be here. I'll be here. Covering it. I'm invested, and I'm here for the long haul. So that's just what it is. Hopefully we get a better week next week. We get some more news. Again, we've had so much news. Like, we're so spoiled. We're so spoiled, y'all. We're so spoiled. But we're gonna stay the course. Again, like I talked about, the Eagles fan, covering the Eagles fan base. We gave the Eagles a lot of crap when we didn't think they were performing well, but we were always in the stands. It didn't matter if they were in Chicago, LA. It didn't matter if they were in London, England, which I was there in my documentary, and I was there documented. It doesn't matter how bad that team was. The Eagles fan base was there, coming from Philly. We'll fly anywhere. And that's why I did that documentary. Because of the passion, right? It goes all the way back to primal branding. It all goes back to the primal branding, man. The passion. There's passion in this LTNC Army fan base. And I know you guys want awesome news because you guys buying the product. You guys are defending the product. There's so many bears. You're putting your life on the line. I'm putting my reputation on the line with this company doing the Gematria to make sure it works out. But it's going to work out. It's just going to work out. And that's what I have for you guys today. Remember, Michael Jordan documentary dropping this Sunday. I will have a trailer drop that Sunday. It's going to be on my Patreon. Link in the description, pin comment. I will be releasing my Gematria decodes on all the stocks and cryptocurrencies I've done work on soon. That will be a premium tier on my Patreon page as well. Join the Discord. We're making a lot of money. A lot of money fast. And just support. Like, subscribe, comment, do what you got to do. Hold the course. Hold the line. We're fine. Yep, I'll still be holding to $1 and beyond. So that's what I have for you guys today. Art Turner, D.A.T.A Productions Media. Dreams are tangible aspirations where we scheme our dreams into existence. Got a little choked up about that Danny Day tweet because it just brings everything together at the end of the day. But you guys have an awesome weekend, and hopefully we get news this Saturday or next week, whatever. We'll still be here. I love you guys. You have a good one.